I want to talk a little bit about what's happening in California. In California, we know the Nancy Pelosi, blow my hair out scandal, where she just called up a salon and said, "Hey, I need you to, blow dry my hair and make me look nice." And the owner of the salon was so upset because, wait a minute, I can't open my salon, but you can just come in and get a haircut. And we've got another situation like that. This is Danielle Rabkin. She is the owner of the CrossFit Golden Gate gym. And I want you to hear her story. She's got this unbelievable gym where she could social distance people by 30 feet and have them wear masks. She's not allowed to open, but the state has opened the state gyms. Welcome to the program, Danielle.
Good morning.
So tell me what's happening in San Francisco.
It's been pretty unbelievable. It's been the hardest 6 months of my life. We have been pretty closed still. I don't know that the rest of the country realizes we're almost still entirely on lockdown. The only things open are outdoor dining, indoor retail. I think that's pretty much it. San Francisco has incredible COVID metrics. When I checked yesterday morning, we only had 88 COVID deaths since March. We have never had more than 38 COVID ICU patients at a time since day one. Our hospitals were so empty in the early days waiting for the surge that never came, which is wonderful. But we were cutting back nursing hours, doctors' shifts, giving salary cuts because hospitals were bleeding money. So we've been in really good shape to flatten the curve. And somewhere along the line, flattening the curve turned into flattening the local economy because we've just kept everything closed. My personal life and livelihood has just been completely burned to the ground. I've spent over 8 years building this business, and I'm watching it just completely fall apart before my eyes. San Francisco has experienced a mass exodus. People are leaving left and right. If they're going to be locked down, they want more space, they want cheaper rent. But as other parts of the country continue to open up, why do people want to be here? Of course they don't.
Yeah.
Tech can work remote. There's no reason to stay somewhere where you can't get a haircut or go to the gym. It's just been so extremely frustrating. Even the Tony Fauci's of the world say that prolonged closures will cause irreparable damage. So it's just been mind-blowing to me why this has been going on.
Okay, so tell me first, the state has opened their gyms. Are these publicly financed gyms, or are these gyms for state workers and city workers?
These are publicly financed gyms, taxpayer dollars. So I know with certainty that at the end of June, police station gyms were closed. A good friend of mine is a police officer, and I know that his gym was shut. So I really hesitated to build an outdoor gym in my neighborhood. The streets are not clean here. The air is smoky. It's just not a great setup for outdoor activity, which is what we're moving towards. But I finally bit the bullet and did it. And recently I saw a couple of police officers at the end of my block, and I'm thinking, all right, I know that their gym is shut. I got this. I'm going to get them to come work out at my outdoor gym with me. So 2 weeks ago, I go up to them and I'm chit-chatting and I say, hey, what are you guys doing for workouts these days? And they tell me that their station gym has reopened, and I about fell over. I couldn't believe it. Here I am suffering with prolonged closure, and I find out that their gym has reopened. So I immediately reach out to a friend of mine who is an attorney and works out of a courthouse in the city. And I say, does this set a precedent for me? What does this mean? They've told me Cal OSHA has inspected their gyms. Can I get a Cal OSHA inspection? And he says, oh, yeah, I know that paralegals have been working out at the Hall of Justice. And I couldn't believe it, Glenn. It takes me everything to not drop 20 F-bombs right now. I could not believe it. Here I am, business owners like me still shut, and paralegals are working out at indoor gyms funded by taxpayer dollars. So I actually go down to the Hall of Justice to check out these gyms, and I see notices on the door saying that they've been reopened since July 1st.
Oh, my gosh.
Limited occupancy, new COVID rules, new sign-in sheets. So we send it to the press. I was trying to reach out through a city attorney, through my supervisor's office, through the Office of Economic Workforce and Development. Why is this happening? Why am I still closed? Does this mean I can reopen? Does this set a precedent for me? I want to be very clear. I don't want to see these gyms shut down, but what are the implications for gym owners like myself?
Right. Because the PPP money is long gone, and it probably didn't help San Francisco. I can't even imagine what you are paying in rent for a 4,700 square foot gym.
No, you don't want to know.
I know.
And it was unbelievable to me to see articles about people throughout the country having windfalls with the CARES Act, $600 a week. And, there being debate over them wanting to incentivize people to go back to work. And I'm thinking $600 a week doesn't even pay for the rent at my one-bedroom apartment. And there are people, gathering savings from that. This isn't right. San Francisco is extremely expensive. There are businesses across the country that got the same PPP loans that we got. They weren't ever closed. Maybe they were closed for 1 month, and we've been closed for 6 months. Where's our help? If the city wants me to stay closed, they can start paying my rent because, as you said, it's not cheap. I'm many tens of thousands of dollars in debt to my landlord now because of this.
So if I may voice what I think some Americans may be saying, and that is, why would we take my tax dollars that I'm working hard for and send them to a state that is absolutely out of control, on fire, literally and figuratively, and they're screwing their own people? I don't know why, but they're screwing their own people. And I think Americans really feel for people who are trapped in this, but it's kind of like, this is what everybody in San Francisco voted for.
I get it, and I've heard that a lot, but the reality of the situation is that small business owners like myself, we are where we are. People voted in who they voted in. This is the situation now, and we need help. Admittedly, I have not followed local politics, and that's my own fault. And you sure as hell better believe it's a learning experience. But the decision makers right now aren't just the local politicians. It's the Department of Public Health. And
well, I don't know how your Department of Public Health can say that working out outside is safer for you. I mean, the entire state is on fire. Smoke has to be. I mean, California wildfire smoke was at my home in Idaho last weekend. Idaho. It's got to be in San Francisco.
Glenn, I completely agree with you, and I've been trying to push that up the chain for weeks. I have human feces on the sidewalk next to my outdoor gym.
Jeez.
We are dealing with extremely poor air quality. I've been trying to push for an indoor reopening for a very long time, and my voice just isn't loud enough. In an interesting turn of events, 2 weeks ago, of course, as soon as I found out about these courthouse gyms reopening, we've been pushing this up the chain to supervisors, the Office of Economic Workforce and Development. Just yesterday, the public health officers announced that they were shutting down the city gyms. And I want to be very clear, that was not the goal. But within minutes, they've announced that gyms, hair salons, and tattoos can now reopen on Monday. It is unbelievable to me. Maybe it shouldn't be so unbelievable that it took something like this to get it to happen.
So wait. So they are letting you open on Monday?
Because of the discovery of these city gyms, they just announced yesterday that they're letting all gyms open on Monday.
Well, congratulations on that. I mean, I don't know. We're living in a time now where many of these people are rulers. They're not just politicians. They're not people that were protecting our rights, and they're just rulers. And this Nancy Pelosi thing at her, hair salon, are people in San Francisco waking up and saying, wait a minute, this is, or are they still just as crazy?
It's a good question. I can't answer for you, but it certainly has not felt like a democracy to me lately. It's very difficult to feel like your voice isn't heard. I'm curious to know if the mayor has been using these gyms, these police station gyms, if her name is in the logbooks.
Wow.
We put out a records request, and I don't know if they'll try to keep those names public, but I think it'll be very interesting to see if her name is on there between March and September.
Danielle, I feel for you. I mean, I live in Texas, and things are still crazy here. Not like that, but even in Texas, and there is, when you have about 600 people in 10 days in a country of 350 million dying in those 10 days. That's the last 10, I think, has been about 600 people nationwide. 350 million, and we are shutting and destroying our economy. It makes no sense, and you have to ask yourself, what's the real agenda here? Because this is doing far more damage to our children, to our psyche, and to our economy. People like you. I mean, how long is it going to take for you to recover?
Yeah, I don't know if I will, to be honest, and it's devastating to me. I can tell you that San Francisco is letting the local economy burn to the ground. I don't know that anywhere else is as severe here. Where reopenings can be done safely, slowly and cautiously, they need to start moving forward.
Thank you so much, Danielle. I appreciate you speaking out.